What is going on, everyone? Chris from PickDawgz.com here with your morning show. It is Monday, December 1st, 2025. It's a certain co-host of mine would say, new month, new goals, new opportunities, new money to be made. We're through another week of college football. We are through the regular season of college football. We only have conference championships and Army, Navy to deal with before we get to bowl season. Almost through, is it week 13 NFL? So...
Yeah.
Division races are tightening up, creating separation, and we are in the thick of it in NBA, NHL, college hoops. So, welcome to the party, pal. It is time to buckle down and start making some money as we head into the holidays. But, Costi, how you doing?
Doing okay. Yesterday was a really good day. I almost swept the board. The one game that, listen, I have not won on the Browns this year. I don't think ever. I can't remember if I won on the Browns at all this year. That was the only loss that I took yesterday. But overall, saw the board really well. College Saturday was awful. Awful. Who did I have that just died? Tennessee died in the second half. Arkansas died in the second half. It was just one of those days where you felt like you had the right spots and it just turned on you in the second half completely, with both those teams just at home, just completely just annihilated some of the bets. But at the end of the day, it's a new week. I really like the fact that we have college bowl games coming up here in the next couple weeks. And, with the conference championships coming up, that's basically bowl games. So excited to talk about it and break down today's card.
Are you muted? Is it me? All right. It's starting to show off great.
Great. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm in peak form already. I said, Jerry, how are you doing? And I was on mute. So shit.
And he's like, why isn't he answering me? What an a-hole. What is it? Can you hear me? Oh. No, I'm kind of the same thing for me as Costi was talking about. The Browns were my top play yesterday. There's a 4th and 1 on their own 33 that kind of changed the game. And again, you probably look at yourself going, I got to stop betting on bad teams in the right spots. But hey, there's money to be made in those times. So, Saturday, I kind of had the same thing you did. I had the over in the ECU game. It was 45-3 at the half. It finished 45-3. I had the under in the Chargers game yesterday, and the Chargers punch one at the end that means nothing after Brock Bowers' unbelievable catch. So it was a winning day yesterday, but not by much, and Saturday wasn't kind to me. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Prop bets were, I think I was 22-10 going into Sunday, and I split on Sunday 3-3.
Yeah, overall, solid weekend for me. It's just, the NFL card went 3-2. I got my ass kicked in NBA yesterday, but I think it's just a matter of, seeing the board well. It's just, the human element at play here. It's, you can cap the game all you want, but at the end of the day, these guys still have to go out and play the game on the field or on the court or on the ice and whatever. And, just got to hope that research pans out the way you thought it would. And, that it goes your way, but it doesn't always. And that's just what, the nature of the beast of what we do. So, but today, I'm going to talk about some action. We got a small college hoops card, decent sized NBA card. Got Monday Night Football, NHL, but we're going to start as we normally do on Monday with winners and losers. Costi, where are you going first?
Well, I'm going back to Turkey Day, obviously. Loser, the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, you have it basically presented to you on a silver platter. First place in the division, take care of business at home. Joe Burrow is going to be rusty coming off that big, I think he was out for 8 to 9 weeks. And you come out there and Lamar's overthrowing people. The offense just looks confused at times. The play calling looks like it was a couple years ago, where just the Greg Roman style offense, where it was just very predictable. Defensively, we look good. You can't take anything away. I mean, I think they gave up 4 field goals in the first half. And then you come out there and you just are pathetic. And we're still in first place because we're doing the show on Monday. But I'm just lost with this Ravens team. I think it's going to be another one of these. We get to the playoffs and we're going to be one and done. But like we talked about before the show off air, everybody's bad in the NFL. Like there's no really, really great team. So can we make a run? The optimism in me says yes. But man, Lamar, figure it out, man. Is it the hip? Is it the leg? He can't push off of it. Why he's overthrowing people and he's not as crisp as he has been in recent years with his efficiency. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of sick about it, but it's Steelers week. I will be at the Steelers game this Sunday, Jeremy. And
enjoy that.
You talk about this a lot more than I do on the radio, so I kind of want to hear your take before you get into your winner and loser about the Ravens.
Well, I mean, so the Ravens are 5.5-point favorites over the Steelers, and the Ravens should be embarrassed of themselves, putting up 14 points against the worst defense in the history of the league. Like, I didn't have an issue if they lost, but you scored 14 points and they were on 2 30-yard runs, and you didn't even run the damn football. So facing the Steelers with a little extra time to get ready, this Steelers team is a hot mess. Their defense has holes all over the place. Their running game doesn't scare you, even though I like Warren. And you pick which quarterback you want throwing the football there. The Ravens will be missing Nate Wiggins more than likely. And I think the Steelers lost their first-round pick, the defensive tackle or defensive lineman that they had. So he won't be playing for a couple of weeks. So I think the Ravens are clearly the better team. But, I mean, you got to look at it and say, hey, there's so many 6-6 teams. It's sad. I think they win the game, and I think they cover. But I guess we'll get into that later on in the week. For me, a winner, I got to give it to them. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Jacksonville. They're right now in first place in the AFC South. I have no idea how. People were talking about get rid of Trevor Lawrence, and justifiably so. I'm not saying that the guy's turned into a superstar. He and Liam Cohen battling, and I think Liam's brilliant. I just can't believe this Jacksonville team's in first place right now.
Yeah, I mean, I had the collapse of the Colts coming. I thought that it was, I was waiting for the Daniel Jones to turn back into a pumpkin to happen. But
he got one leg.
This is true. Pumpkins have no legs.
Yes.
So
what was the reason for the fractured fibula? Have they said that? Because it wasn't during the game, right?
It may have happened in practice, but it could be just simply like a stress fracture too, where over time. And they said he could play because the fibula is less important. I don't say less important, but you couldn't play with a fractured tibia. You wouldn't even be able to put weight on that foot. But because it's the bone behind it, you can play. But then they said he didn't have any lateral movement. I'm like, well, is that going to work? So sorry, Chris.
No, it's fine. I mean, I was trying to figure that out myself. Trying to look through the college card to see if I can find a loser. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go winner. I'm going to go positive. Winner, Vanderbilt. I want to see this team in the college football playoffs so badly. I don't think they will because I think there's still too many hurdles that they have to jump over. But man, Diego Pavia is a dog. I get it. Some people don't like the cockiness, the flashiness, or whatever. That's fine. But you know what else you have to, what you're going to have to like is the fact that all he does is win and cover as an underdog. Since he's joined the SEC, I think he's like 7-1 against the spread as an underdog. In the last year plus, he's got like 5 outright wins. And he beat Alabama last year. The amount of outright dog wins he's picked up this year. Vanderbilt's not a novelty act anymore. They're not a comedy show. They're not a joke. This is a legitimate program. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens when he leaves. But Clark Lee just signed that extension. But I think that this season is going to lead to guys wanting to go play for Vanderbilt. So winner for me is the Vanderbilt Commodores. And someone was saying, oh, Diego Pavia could be next to be stashed in the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. I hope not. Can't be the case. Diego Pavia wins. Costi?
Winner, Chicago Bears. I don't know how they're doing it. It looks messy at times. You know, I watched, you know, it wasn't this week. It was the week before. Who did they play? The Steelers. And he's overthrowing guys. He just looks, you know, running around the Caleb Williams that we see the last couple years. Inconsistent. They win the game. But this Ben Johnson style offense where he creates a game plan of how to attack these defenses is tremendous. He said with that too high shell that the Eagles run, I'm going to run the ball down your throat. And between Monangai and Swift, they were able to just impose their will on the Eagles, which we haven't seen. The Eagles struggle in offense, but overall, you don't go into Philly and do what they did and just dominate them. Now, I get it. You know, the Eagles were up. I think they were down 10-9 at one point when that tush push, when they ripped the ball away from Hurts. But listen, these Bears, I don't know how it's going to shake out and what to expect for them in the playoffs. Right now, they're the number 1 seed. But holy heck, man. I mean, these guys are balling. Ben Johnson has them believing. They have an opportunistic defense that is coming on strong now. They have a tough stretch to play the rest of the way, but and honestly, if they're the 1 seed and I'm any team in the NFC, that's what I want them to be, because I would not be scared to go into Chicago and play Caleb Williams without playoff experience on the road.
In a pressure cooker.
In a pressure cooker. So these playoffs are going to be insane. They're going to be insane. I mean, it's any team right now, the top 7, even teams that are in the hunt, I wouldn't be shocked if they made a run to the Super Bowl.
Just get in.
Just get in.
Well, I figured we'd end up talking about it at some point, but I'll give my loser to Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. I mean, everybody gets it because this whole thing is just a hot mess. I don't fault Lane Kiffin for taking the job at LSU. The way he went about it, he wanted his cake and to eat it too. Hey, I want to win a national championship here and then go. And it just wasn't going to work out. Then he threatened to take all his coaches. He made the statement saying his players wanted him to stay. Apparently there was a closed door meeting where that's not actually true. Look, he's making $5 million more. If he wanted to go to LSU, he can go to LSU. The guy that called him said you can't turn a housewife into a hoe. He's right. Lane Kiffin is a hoe, and now it's an HEAUX. Is that how it goes?
HEAUX.
Yeah. So I think Lane Kiffin's a brilliant coach. I think he's also a top-notch a-hole, and he doesn't care what you think about him. But it sucks for Ole Miss, and why I'm calling them a loser is because when's the last time they had this good a chance to win a national championship? Like, this is a legit team. And now what? Chambliss is probably going to follow Kiffin all the way to LSU. You know, LSU fans are acting like, oh, this is, you know, he's a nice guy. He's great. I don't know why you guys are so angry, but we see this all the time. What is the NCAA doing? Why don't they change this up so we can't have this tampering period or, you know, players sitting out of bowl games or March Madness because I'm transferring out because the portal just opened. I mean, it's a hot mess right now.
Yeah, that's side loser ESPN trying to say that they're going to break the news of the closed door meeting at 9 a.m. and then it leaks at 1 a.m. that he's gone.
I mean, we all knew it though. Wasn't it the worst kept secret?
Oh yeah, well yeah. But I will say, side note winner, Florida for getting John Summerall from Tulane,
and he gets to finish the season too.
That's a hell of a hire for Florida. I think Florida's going to be big improvement next year. God, I can go so many with this next one, but let's go loser Atlanta Falcons. You know, you have a chance in what, let's face it, is always going to be a wide open division in the NFC South.
Is that really a loser?
Yeah, it is. Because you go on the road, you have a chance to make up ground on a banged up Tampa Bay team, and you lose to the Jets. You're up by a touchdown with 4 minutes to go, and you give up 10 unanswered points. to lose to the Jets and basically wrap up your season. You know, I get it. Kirk Cousins, there's a reason that he was shifted to being a backup behind Michael Penix, but you had a chance to at least try to make up some ground, and you lose to one of the worst offenses in the NFL. I get it. Tyrod Taylor's hell. I had the Jets at premium, so I'm just saying Tyrod Taylor's dog is money. But if you're a Falcons fan, that's a game you need to win. And like I said, to collapse like that in the last 4 minutes of that game, if I'm a Falcons fan, it's unacceptable. So for me, loser is the Atlanta Falcons.
I mean, what were they going to do at 4-7, at 5-7?
Well, I'm saying what's been the division winner of the NFC South been the last few years?
Right around 500, right?
Yeah. It's just like the AFC North. You can still win the division 2-3 games below 500. And like I said,
what are you trying to say?
The AFC North is shit this year.
Oh, this year. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, am I wrong?
No, they're terrible this year.
Yeah, but the thing is, but like I said, if I can, let me try to see what did
I thought you were just saying in general.
Oh, well, they are shit in general too. I want to go back and find out what the best records of the NFC South were the last few years. So the last 3 seasons, so Tampa Bay's won 4 straight divisions. The winning records of those 3 years: 8-9, 9-8, and 10-7. So while 4-7 doesn't sound great,
was the 10-7 Brady?
That was 20. No, that was last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2020 was the Super Bowl year.
Okay.
But yeah, that just tells me 4-7 was not out of the race. And like I said, for you to lose in the fashion that you did against the Jets, loser, Atlanta Falcons. Costi, any more before we?
I'm going to stay in the same division here. Winner, Carolina Panthers. Everybody going into the game, they throw out all of their injuries. J.C. Horn being out. You saw them, how they did Monday night against San Fran. They just looked lost at times. The defense was beat up, more injuries. Now you have this hot Rams team coming into your house. Not only do they cover, but they win the game outright. Listen, shout out to the Carolina Panthers. They're 7-6 now. They're fighting for that top seed in that division with the Bucks, and they've done their damage at home. This is the team that early in the season, who did they beat at home that was really, really good? I'm trying to remember.
Packers?
No, it was
the Packers are beat on the road, I think.
Oh, they shut out when the Falcons were good. They shut the Falcons out early in the season, 30-0. So this team has the capability. I think McMillan is coming up, and he's really become that number one that we all expected when I drafted him in fantasy as a rookie. Jalen Coker's been looking good. Now you have the 50-50 share backfield. It's back to the Hubbard and Dowdle, backfield where they're dangerous. They're both good. And I think Bryce Young is not making mistakes, and that defense is making plays even without a lot of key pieces out. And they showed that they could go up against a very powerful, what we thought potential number one seed in the NFC, the Rams. And they beat them wire to wire. So impressive performance by the Panthers.
I'll give a winner to anyone that has talked about or tried to celebrate the Chiefs' demise over the past 4 years. This is the year they fall apart. This is the year now you guys get to take your victory lap after about 4 seasons of yelling that. The Chiefs right now, I think at Houston this week, they're 3.5-point favorites at home. But man, this is going out with a whimper with the way that they've been playing. They just don't, even the games they've won, they haven't looked good. And I don't think they're making it. Right now, the Texans, the the Lions, the Chiefs, and there's a couple other teams that made the Steelers are in there. They're all in the outs looking in if they can't catch up or make something happen. So huge game this week between Houston and Kansas City.
And huge game between the Lions and the
Cowboys on Thursday, yeah.
This is like the first big Thursday night game that I'm excited to look forward to.
You didn't look forward to last Thursday night because that was shit.
Well, I don't count.
I'm kidding.
I don't count last Thursday as like the Thursday night game. No, that was fucking shit. I come home, I had 3 different dinners. I had breakfast at my parents', and I went to her side of the family at 1, then 5. Already stuffed. I finally get home. I just want to relax, and then I have to watch that shit for 3 hours while I'm eating the leftovers. It wasn't pretty. The bathroom was not pretty at midnight on Thursday night. Whatever went on there, we're not going to discuss.
By the way, Costi, you'll like this. I'm interviewing Ray Lewis at the casino.
Oh, really?
Friday night, yeah, for a group. I think what they do is they bring in their high rollers and they give them a treat to come in and, I get to sit down and ask them a bunch of questions and reminisce over the good days.
That's awesome. You excited for that?
I mean, look, I've interviewed him a bunch of times. I've actually been to his house. He was trying to get into like the high end fantasy football, like the dudes in Vegas that spend $100,000 to get into a league.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that they were trying to push is you get 11 guys, they all pay $100,000 to get in the league. Ray doesn't pay. He's in the league, but you're in the league with him all throughout the year. And then Ray hires some fantasy football guy to handle it. And if he wins, he gets to keep the money. So they were trying to do, I think there's some of that going on now in Vegas, but in other places.
Yeah, I actually have a buddy of mine who's close with a family that helped LeBron James through high school. They're out of Ohio, and he's been in fantasy football leagues with us. So like my buddy, he's in the league and he's got LeBron in there. He's got somebody else. And it's like, you're messaging him because it's not his phone number on there, but like, you don't really know. Are you messaging LeBron or are you messaging like the guy, like you said, that's managing LeBron's team?
Dave's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, it'll be cool Friday night.
Very, very cool. He'll probably afterwards make it over to Lollipop Lounge for a smoke. That's where they always end up.
It's probably a good guess.
Cigar smoke, guys. Cigar smoke.
Yeah,
cigar.
I don't want to say that's what. I'm trying to think of what Costi calls the Lollipop Lounge that calls the bedroom. But
so it's
you got to know the secret handshake when you get in there.
It's a fingerprint to get in.
This is getting better.
You walk through the speakeasy, which is the Elk Room, and then it's the Lollipop Lounge behind, which is a private cigar lounge.
The Elk Room's nice.
Elk Room's nice. Yeah, I was actually at Lollipop Saturday night. So it's cool.
After the Blue Oyster?
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
The Blue Oyster was the gay bar in Police Academy.
Oh, okay. I don't want to answer it. I didn't want to answer it.
Yeah.
I did not want to answer that.
Were the
Jeremy used to be a frequent
the Lollipop Lounge and the Blue Oyster right next to each other.
But yeah, the
Lollipop Lounge sounds more appropriate for.
I'll have to go back to New Orleans and get that T-shirt for Costi that I saw at we were walking by the gay bar and they have pictures up and it says "Save a lollipop, suck a." Anyway, you can fill that out.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
you can wear that to the Lollipop Lounge, Costi.
Hey, it's Monday. It's Monday. We tried to be
fair. To be fair, I walked one. This is like 2 years ago, and in the back of the Lollipop Lounge there's a poker table, and I walk back there, and it's Ray, it's Ed, and 5 of their friends playing, and they're playing in this $20 poker tournament. It was the funniest thing ever. They're having the best time, smoking cigars. Like, it just shows it's not about the money; it's about the camaraderie that these guys still have. And unlike Chauncey Billups, it was the reverse. There was no X-ray glasses. There was no card reading. There was just a bunch of cigar smoke and $120 worth of winnings that you could make.
It's amazing.
But yeah, they're there a lot. Jamal Lewis is always there. Ray Rice would be up there a lot. A lot of these guys afterwards, they're into the into cigars. So I see him there quite often. That's cool, man. That's exciting for you on Friday. Should be fun. Obviously, as he's in town, he's going to be at the Steeler game on Sunday?
I'm sure. I would guess that maybe he's out for the coin toss or he's got a suite at the game for this one. But he comes back and does this like 2 or 3 times a year. And, I've done events with, who is it? There's another company that would hire me, but Shannon Sharp, Peter Boulware. And it's just, like I said, it's really basic. It's fun. It's just like I'm having a conversation, asking them questions about the past, and they just pontificate.
Did he do it? I mean, what?
No.
No.
That is a question that will not be asked.
Just
Which one?
word out there.
Who were you referring that to?
What do you mean?
Which
He
one
was
of the
referring to
players?
Ray.
Which one of the players that we name?
Ray Lewis.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know there was more than one.
Well, there's a couple people. I named a couple people. Jeremy named.
Oh no! Well,
there's been
in
some
terms of
stuff.
what-
We're just gonna call it that. There's been some stuff.
Got it. Okay.
Questions can still be asked.
Like, when was the last time you were at the Lollipop Lounge?
Saturday night,
At
11:30.
the Lollipop Lounge, did all men leave satisfied?
You know what? Fuck you guys. This is. You know what? You know
You
what?
know, Costi,
I didn't name this fucking thing. I didn't name the Lollipop.
If Costi goes to the short bar, it's the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah. We represent.
orange. Leaves with orange all over from having an illicit affair with an Oompa Loompa.
I blame the Atlas group for naming it the Lollipop Lounge.
Oh boy, it's getting even worse. It's getting more and more legit sounding for a bar of that nature. The Atlas bar.
The Atlas group.
Or the Atlas group, whatever, where you carry the weight of something
Atlas
on your shoulders.
Restaurant Group.
All right. Well, that said, we're gonna move straight ahead to Costi's favorite thing in the world, the NHL.
Where you slap each other with sticks.
Costi, we were moving along so well, and then you just had to bring it back out. That's what she said.
I mean, is that what you do? Slap each other with sticks?
Slapsticks.
Slapsticks. No, you don't.
We got the Flyers and the Penguins. We got the Devils and the Blue Jackets, the Sabres and the Jets, the Blues and the Ducks, and the Sharks and the Mammoth. I'm assuming Costi's got nothing.
No.
I'm assuming correct. Jeremy, you got any NHL today?
Yeah, I'm on a couple of different spots. I do think the over in the Columbus, New Jersey game looks good. I have 2 plays that are up. I'm not touching Utah, even though I think that might be the right spot. I told you I haven't gotten them right all year long. But I think the Blues and the Sabres are live today.
See here. I'm looking at the Flyers here. I wanted to, get on the Penguins, but the problem with the Penguins is that, they just got their teeth kicked in by the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm starting to have concerns about the goaltending. The Flyers are playing well at home. The Flyers were a team that I didn't have much high hopes for this season because I looked at their goaltending room of Vladar and God, who's the other guy? I can't even remember right now. My brain's mush. But I'm saying that I think that this was going to be just a goalie room that had just a bunch of backups in it. But no, they're playing well. And this is a rivalry matchup. These 2 teams don't like each other. I think they want to show up here. So give me the Flyers on the money line. And give me the Sabres here. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm going to be off of the Winnipeg Jets far more often than not until Connor Hellebuck returns at goal. The Sabres have played their best hockey at home. All but one of their wins this season have come on home ice. And I think it's a good spot for Buffalo. I think there's a reason they are a slight favorite in this matchup. So give me Buffalo on the money line. But we'll move on to college basketball. Short card today. Go through it all in one fell swoop. We got tipping off at noon. South Carolina State, Chicago State. We got a Big 5 matchup between Temple and Villanova. We got Iona, Delaware. Tarleton, Cincinnati. Got St. Francis and Xavier. West Georgia and Troy. North Alabama, Jacksonville State. McNeese, Incarnate Word. UAB, Middle Tennessee. Bowling Green, Kansas State. Cal Baptist, Colorado. And Portland, Stanford. Jeremy, any of these matchups that you like?
Yeah, a couple of things. I think I'm going to be on Cincinnati. It's a larger number, but I still think they handle business. I think Middle Tennessee State's a live dog. I like the points in the Delaware-Iona game. I think that goes over the total. It is kind of a weird slate today with not a lot of like marquee matchups, but it doesn't mean there's not money to be made. So that's kind of what I saw with today's card.
Yeah, I think there are. I mean, I think there's a couple sort of decent games on the board. McNeese, Incarnate Word, UAB and Middle Tennessee's solid matchup. Iona, Delaware was good on paper, but not necessarily playing out that way. But I am going to go with Iona. This is an Iona team that was, rolling through teams left and right. Before going to that, MTE and, losing to Green Bay and, getting blown out by Akron. But while the loss to Green Bay sucks, you're having your only other loss be to arguably one of the best mid-majors in the country in Akron is no shame for me. I mean, they got the win over Hofstra at home. They beat Kansas City on the road, beat Oregon State. Delaware has just come out of the gate flat, and they've struggled against the better mid-majors they've gone up against. So I'm going to go with Iona here. I like them laying the bucket. And give me, give me Cal Baptist plus the 12.5 against Colorado. A pair of 7-0 teams going at it in this one, but Colorado's got the name brand. This Cal Baptist team's gone 2-0 straight up and on the road. The wins came against Oregon State and San Diego, but they also beat UC Irvine. Colorado, they have solid wins all across the board at home, but I think this Colorado team is just overrated. I think that I think Cal Baptist can hang around here, maybe take a shot on the money line plus 500. Colorado usually has one of these duds every year against a mid-major program, and I think that Cal Baptist is alive here. So give me the Lancers plus the 12.5. Costi?
Yeah, nothing on the board today is going to be a bet for my team as a whole, but from an outlook standpoint, if you guys just want a couple nuggets to throw into some parlays, I'd throw in Villanova laying the points. I think they beat Temple by more than 13. This Villanova team is much better than we've seen in the last couple of years. So I think they're going to destroy Temple by more than 15, 16, maybe 20 points. And I like UAB. This team, they took some losses early in the season. They've been really hot, playing decent opponents. Really the only blowout they had was the first game of the season. They were catching 20 against NC State. Outside of that, a close loss to Alcorn State, and then everything else they've won and covered. So I like UAB here laying the points. That's it.
All right. Go to the NBA. Decent card of NBA action today. Where am I here? We got, is it 9 games in total? Yeah. We'll go to Cleveland at home against the Cavs. Cleveland laying 6.5. Milwaukee laying 9 at Washington. We got the Pistons laying 9 at home against Atlanta. Chicago catching 8.5 on the road against Orlando. Got the Charlotte Hornets laying 4.5 on the road against the Brooklyn Nets. The Clippers catching 6 on the road against the Miami Heat. We got Denver laying 11 at home against Dallas. We're literally running it back 24 hours later. The Houston Rockets laying 12 against the Utah Jazz. And the lost my spot here. And the Los Angeles Lakers laying 5 at home against the Phoenix Suns. When I say I'm running it back, I'm literally running it back with the Houston Rockets. I had them yesterday, have them today as well. The Utah Jazz, just whenever they've had to take the step up in class, especially at home, they've got their teeth kicked in. They got their butts kicked yesterday by Houston. They got their teeth kicked in by OKC. I just think that a banged up Utah team with the form that Houston's in right now is not a team I want to step in front of. I'm going to take the Rockets. I'm going to lay the 12 there. And I'm going to take the Pacers plus the 6.5. I think this Pacers team is a lot more competitive. They've covered in 6 straight. Cleveland on a back-to-back here, playing that physical matchup against Boston. Yes, I get it. Cleveland off a loss, but I think Indiana can at least keep it close, especially being at home. They picked up a couple of confidence-building wins. They've also played some teams tough as of late. They've, kept it within 5 against Detroit, within a bucket on the road against what was a red-hot Toronto team. I think Indiana keeps it close here. So give me Indiana plus the 6.5. Costi?
I'm laying the number with Denver. They own Dallas. This is their spot at home. I know it's double digits. It doesn't seem pretty, but Dallas has been on this road trip now this is their 4th game since the beginning. It's the 3rd game over the last 4 days. They were just in LA. They did beat the Clippers, but the Clippers are broken this year. This is going to be a much tougher opponent in elevation. So I think Denver wins this game and covers. And I'm taking the Lakers at home. I know the Suns have been playing well, almost a 500 team on the road, but these Lakers, man, they're playing. Basically, this is a better Mavs team of 2 years ago, where Luka has the pieces around him. Austin Reeves is coming into his own this year. DeAndre Ayton, I don't even know how I'm saying this, is actually looking pretty good. It's shocking. But what he needs is a Luka on his team, and that's what make anybody look good. So he's playing as well as I've ever seen him play, probably dating him all the way back to the Arizona days where he was really good. So I don't know if you're going to look into this at all, but maybe even a DeAndre Ayton revenge game here. I think 5's too low. I think it's 4.5 now, actually. I think the Lakers win this game. And if they win this game by 7 or 8 points. So give me the Lakers laying the points.
It's funny, Costi, looking at that matchup, Booker and Luka, not big fans of one another. So see what happens there. And I was just getting ready to bring up Ayton revenge. He hates the Suns. He hated what went on there. He was just an afterthought. And honestly, he should have been, because he's very lazy. But he is having a good season so far this year. As far as some of the other games that you had, I think Detroit's interesting. I did not lay the number, full disclosure, 9.5. I think they cover it, but that was one of the games that I kind of crossed out. I like the over in the Milwaukee Wizards matchup. I think we see points there. And I also think Orlando, Chicago, we see points in that matchup as well. I know some people it'll give you a little pause looking at the Magic, who have played slower in years past. They're playing a little bit faster this year. Maybe that eventually kind of comes full circle when they get healthy, but I like the over there.
Trying to see if I can find the price on like a Luka 50+ point.
I can look here, see if there's any props.
Because I think that I think Jeremy hit the nail on the head. I think he hates the Suns. He hates Devin Booker. I mean, when you see Luka, find somebody he doesn't like. Plus 1,100. I would take a shot on that. Maybe 40 plus is plus 280.
Yeah.
I could look at that. I could be talked into that.
But
it doesn't take much, Chris. It doesn't take much to talk you into something.
Well, it takes a little bit to talk me into a visit to the Lollipop Lounge. Move on to...
You know what? Next time you're in town, I'm going to take you there.
I'm good. I don't smoke.
You know what's messed up is I've lived here my whole life. He's never offered to take me to the Lollipop Lounge.
Anything I was about to say would get turned around so horribly.
Ironically, that's what happens at the Lollipop Lounge. You get turned around
so horribly. I was going to say,
fair, there is a pool table and there's very large pool sticks.
I was going to say,
you're into that type of thing.
You don't poke at him like I do.
Oh, that's good.
Poke with what?
Cost you stop.
You guys. That's why your show's named The Reach Around. We all know that.
No, it's because you don't see what goes on below my shoulders when I'm talking about the games.
He's sitting on one of his hands. He does the stranger.
When I say I'm stick handling, you don't. Never mind.
Here we go.
Move on to
the
Monday nighter
party.
There you go.
Hey, look, anybody that wants me to, you want to come to the Lollipop Lounge? I'll take you there.
Sucker.
Literally.
Oh God, these just write themselves.
Oh man!
Ironically, the Ravens men's cheerleaders they go back to the Lollipop Lounge after games and hang out. And Mark Zeno used to be a male cheerleader for the Ravens. If anybody ever wants to bust his balls,
was he?
Yep.
So a buddy of mine, him and his wife, both cheerleaders for the Ravens.
I bet I know who they are if you said their names because I think I know them too.
I'm not.
You don't have to say their names on it. What? Text it to me. I'll tell you if I know them.
Jeremy used to be a cheerleader for the Ravens.
Negative. So when Zeno and I worked together at the same radio station, I'd piss him off and he would ask me, you ever have your ass kicked by a cheerleader? To which I would always say, let me know when she gets here. I'll tell you. But yeah, the Ravens were one of the few teams that had male cheerleaders. And look, we all can bust his balls all we want. He's around hot chicks all day, so yeah. He was doing all right for himself.
Not wrong. Never mind. We got Monday nighter. We got the Patriots and the Giants. Is the line still 7.5?
I saw 6.5s out there.
Oh, really? Huh. Costi, what do you like here?
Currently, right now,
yeah, I see 7.5.
I see 7.5s and 7. Let me see. Yep, all across. DK, you can get 7.5. I'm taking the dog here.
I get 7.5 at the Lollipop Lounge too. Sorry, I'm done.
Gosh, talk about a short favorite.
Jeremy, that's the average size there.
Yes, I know.
God.
All right, I'm done. No more lollipop.
Okay, we're not talking about a backdoor cover here, okay?
Yeah, this is really bad publicity for the Atlas Restaurant Group.
It's a great spot too. I mean,
it's a great spot.
Yeah,
not gonna be
so many guys. I mean, there's just it's
so
a great party.
So many guys. I'm not gonna be allowed at Tagliata, Monarch.
Tagliata's awesome too, man.
Yeah. So they watch this show. I might never be allowed in there again. My fingerprint won't work. I walk in there, my fingerprint just going.
Your fingerprints are everywhere in that place.
You better hope they don't dust the other dudes there.
They do pat you down when you walk in. It's the extra special. Put the gloves
just from
on.
the front. They just tap you in the front a couple times. Like, yeah, he's good.
7.5 here. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
I'm gonna mute my mic. Sorry.
All right. All right. I'm taking the dog here. I think the Giants, very live dog. I would not even be shocked if they figure out a way to win this game. I know it sounds crazy. Everybody's probably going to roast me in the comments. The Patriots win, but they haven't been winning in a fashion where they're blowing teams out. They're winning close games. I mean, they went to Cincinnati. That was a 26-20 game. The Jets, that was probably one of their better wins at home that's the Jets. But then outside of that, Tampa Bay was close. Atlanta was close. I mean, they really, if you look at their schedule, they played so many shit teams on this schedule outside of throwing a Buffalo in there. It's really it. So the Giants with Dart back, I think they're a live dog. They're definitely a live dog catching 7.5. Look, they remind me of the NFC Bears. They win, they don't cover these big spreads. The defense doesn't scare me. I think the Giants are well aware they could put up points on anybody. And it's really their, coaching has let them down of late. So I'm taking the Giants here with the points.
Jeremy? You see? You mute your mic.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
You mute. Ha.
You guys, I just said something that was so amazing. You guys never heard it. So
No.
I'm not going to repeat myself though. No, I have a premium on the total. But I do have a bunch of props. I gave a few out for free with the game. I like Jackson Dart to throw a pick. He's plus 110. One of my favorite plays, and if you can find it, I'll throw these two in. Ramondre Stevenson under his rushing yards. And if you can find under his rush attempts, FanDuel didn't have it up yesterday when I was looking. But I like him to go under his rush attempts. I think they're going to lean on Henderson a little bit more. And we don't see him get that many carries. So I like those two things and Jackson Dart to throw a pick.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots here. I just think this is we saw the dead cat bounce, the coach firing angle take effect the last couple games. So I think this is where it kind of wears off. This is still, the Giants we're talking about here. The Giants are going to giant. And I said coming out of that Buffalo game, I remember the day after the Buffalo game, I came on here and said the New England Patriots were a winner because of the schedule that they had up to the bye week. It was soft. It was Charmin soft. But I said they could run the table. They're coming in and they can win that division. And now all of a sudden you have a chance to stay 3 games up on the Buffalo Bills with, or 3.5, whatever. I don't know what it breaks down to, but going into week 14, you're going into your bye week. Some people are saying, the Patriots are overrated. Well, yeah, you beat up on bad teams like this to be overrated. So when you have to play a good team. So, like I said, I think that the new coach rub wore off.
Who's underrated? I don't think anybody's underrated. I think everybody's overrated.
I think there's you're either overrated or you're perfectly rated. I don't know how many teams are actually underrated.
Okay, fair.
But I don't know. I think that New England is just a better team. They're the more well-coached team. And Mike Vrabel just has this team playing with a swagger that we never saw under Gerard Mayo, that we never saw in the back end of the Bill Belichick era because Bill Belichick couldn't figure out what to do at quarterback. So I like this Patriots team a lot. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, in that rematch with Buffalo, but I'm taking them here. I think they win this one by 10 plus.
If you're an NFC team, you look at the AFC, who is the team that intimidates you the most in the playoffs, in a pressure cooker? Because the two guys right now that are leading the AFC have never played a playoff game.
Yeah. Are you saying who scares you the most in the AFC or NFC?
Yeah, who scares you the most in the AFC if you're an NFC team?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. I mean, look, again, what Chris said about the Patriots, I think we can all sit here and look at the teams that haven't done it, Broncos, Patriots, Colts, in recent years. They haven't won their divisions and been up top. Like, we still don't know. We could sit here and talk about how for real they are during the regular season, but I don't think anyone's afraid to go there and play.
Right.
So it's a matter of who gets hot. In the NFC, I think you just look out west. Seattle might end up being the best team for all we know.
They're good. But again, we saw the Sam Darnold that threw 4 interceptions. We saw the Sam Darnold that when it comes to be the pressure type environment, he cracks, because we've never seen a Sam Darnold that has done anything in the playoffs. So I don't know if that's the answer. I mean, I still think the Rams are clearly the better team of the bunch, even though what they look like yesterday, but that's the NFL for you.
I think they're still the best team in the NFL.
The Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, when you throw in the Sam Darnold caveat, and I look at Matt Stafford and I look at Sam Darnold, I mean, Matt Stafford sitting here throwing no-look 1-yard touchdown passes to Devontae Adams. It's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I haven't seen somebody throw this many 1-yard touchdown passes to Devontae Adams since he was in Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers won his last MVP.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, I've seen Stafford do this his entire career, the no-look pass. He's done it better than anybody has ever done it in history. But, I mean, he's basically like, this is how you use Devontae Adams. You look at the tape from him and Aaron Rodgers, and you have to have a quarterback that can replicate it, and they've replicated it perfectly. I mean, it's incredible.
By the way, nobody brought it up in talking about you gave a winner to the Carolina Panthers. I don't know how you guys feel, but that Puka Nacua catch is still one of the best catches I've ever seen. And Brock Bowers had an amazing touchdown catch to go along with it. But I made the comparison. It's like when Farrah Fawcett died the same day Michael Jackson did. Brock, ain't nobody talking about you today, buddy. It's just not happening.
What about Burks last night?
Yeah, somebody else was pointing that out. It was another good catch.
The Puka catch was just insane. How he contorted his body. I think he went opposite hand.
I mean, he was playing defense and made the catch, basically.
Right. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah,
Brock Bowers, the ball, or even the Bo Nix touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Falling off his knees, sidearm.
He did what the kid in Minnesota was trying to do. Not just sidearm it and throw it to the other team.
Let's just put you out there. First game of the year of your life in Seattle.
Against maybe the best defense in football.
Right. And the 12th man. Now he's scarred for life.
He's having nightmares.
Night sweats.
He's having night terrors.
Night terrors.
He's seeing the same ghost that Sam Darnold saw when he was in New York.
You're at Starbucks.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's hoping it's the ghost from Scary Movie. The one that's
taps him on the shoulder. He jumps.
So nervous.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots here. Plain and simple for me. I just think the Giants are ass. And I think that, people that are just jumping on the Giants just because it's Jackson Dart back under center are crazy. I think that he's,
I don't think it moves the needle.
Huh?
Him or Jameis doesn't move the needle for me.
No, it doesn't. And this Patriots defense is legit.
The only time Cassie's needle moves is in the lollipop.
The lollipop.
And here's the thing. Hold on. I gotta pull up the number here. Give me a second. Because I did the video for this game yesterday, and there was something that just stood out for me. It was, do you know who the most pass happy offense in the NFL is?
Is that
Cincinnati?
Or sorry, not pass happy. Sorry, run happy in terms of rushing attempts per game.
I would say the Chargers, but I'd probably be wrong.
The New York Football Giants. They lead the league in rushing attempts per game, 30.2 rushing attempts per game. The last three where they've had that sort of bump up in form where they played a lot of teams close, the running attempts went up to 35 rushing attempts per game. So they're leaning on the run. The second best run defense in the NFL is the New England Patriots. So you're gonna, if you stop the run, you force Jackson Dart to go through the air, and while this Patriots pass defense is the weaker part of this defense, they can still pick off Jackson Dart, like Jeremy was saying. So I think that the Jackson Dart INT prop is live. I think they're going to be able to get to him. Like I said, I think that the Patriots win this one by double digits. So that was the cap for me. But, all right. It does it. We made it to the end of the show. We talked about some winners and losers. We went through a small Monday card. But we all know that the best bets that we have can be found over at PickDawgz Premium. But Costi, what's going on with Saber Syndicate Group?
Coming off, we had a losing week last week overall with football, but that's just how it goes. Definitely a downtrend. Great opportunity to join when it's on coming off a downtrend, because it's always something that recovers the following week. If you're interested and you're looking to vary your wages, and and have different units attached to them, definitely contact me. The number's right on PickDawgz.com at our premium picks. I also represent, if you're looking for the other programs that we offer, like Jeremy Kahn's Inner Circle, which are his games rated, Jay Yang's VIP product, which is, again, his games on a rating scale, and then Big Out as well. So if you're interested, hit me up. If you watch any of the phone numbers and any of the free pick videos that Chris does or Brad does, that connects you to our product as well.
Jeremy, what do you got going on over at Pick Dawgz today?
Yeah, I got my NFL play up with 4 free props to go along with it. A couple of them I mentioned on the show here. Since, I think I said it earlier, since Thursday, I was 22-10 going into Sunday. So that makes me 25-13 overall as I split yesterday. So it's been a really, really good weekend with prop bets. I have my 2 shootouts up, my NBA and my college basketball. I hit both of those yesterday. My sweetheart of a team, Cornell, drops 101 points. Told you it's one of the most fun teams to watch, and their overs are, I'm not everyone. You got to find the right spots, but their overs have been very kind to me over the years. So got a couple of plays up with that, so you can pair me up with whoever. But yeah, I would definitely suggest grabbing that football play. I've been red hot in the NFL.
Check that out over at Pick Dawgz Premium at Cornell. For how smart those guys are playing at an Ivy League school, you think they'd be able to figure out how to play defense. For me, I got my college basketball big play, my NHL power play on the board. Both of those are $25. Number 2 last week in profit. You know, we had a winning day yesterday, 3rd straight winning day. So we're going to keep it rolling going into today. Go 2-0 to start the month. So definitely check that out. But best thing you can do is hop on something long term. Pair me up with Jeremy. Pair me up with any of the other great cappers over at the website. Let's make you some money. It's going to be a solid December as we head towards the Christmas season, as we wind down the NFL season, get through college bowl season. Next thing you know, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of conference college basketball action, NBA, NHL, you name it. So definitely money to be made. But it's about that time, guys. Parlay time. Parlay. Costi, what do you like?
I'm going to give you guys a nice lollipop parlay.
Hope this doesn't suck.
It's going to suck.
Let's go with the Detroit Pistons, the Denver Nuggets, and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Jeremy, what do you like?
I got here. I'm going to give you a 4-teamer. I got the Pistons minus a 9.5, Cincinnati in college minus 18.5, and the 2 props that I threw out there. We've got Ramondre Stevenson under 25.5. Actually, I couldn't put the Jackson Dart interception, so here's another free prop play. Tyrone Tracy under 18.5 yards, and all those unders. You can probably figure out what I'm doing, but it's plus 1050.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots laying the 7.5 or the 7 if you can find it. Iona and Cal Baptist. That does it. Appreciate everyone for joining us today. Appreciate Costi and Jeremy for jumping on with me on a Monday. Costi, any final words before we head out?
Make it a winning day. Be kind to one another, even though these 2 guys aren't kind to me.
Gay.
Jeremy, any other final words besides that?
Man, good luck. Cash those tickets. It's been an interesting week. And by the way, somebody pointed out in the group chat or the chat over here, tomorrow night college hoops. We got the Blue Bloods going against each other. Duke and Kentucky, Kansas, and who's Kansas playing? Another top tier team. UConn's in action. Tennessee and Syracuse. Florida. Duke's playing Florida, and Kentucky is right.
I thought Duke was playing Michigan State.
Duke's playing Florida. I know that.
Duke's playing
Yeah,
Florida?
they're minus 9.5. So anyway, that's for tomorrow.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, let's see. I kind of was skimming over the college hoops card, but I haven't taken a look at it.
Tennessee, Syracuse, Florida,
Michigan
Duke.
State, Iowa start a Big Ten play.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
both
right. They do
undefeated.
that weird thing where they start 2 games in December. Yeah, Tennessee,
UConn,
Syracuse,
UConn, Kansas,
And North
Oklahoma,
Carolina,
Wake,
Kentucky.
Texas
North
A&M,
Carolina,
Pitt.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh, it's the ACC SEC challenge.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. All right, some good
Great games.
matchups tomorrow.
Yes.
Central Michigan money line against Loyola Chicago. All right, we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I believe it's Jay hosting tomorrow. I think we're gonna have Brian, Brad. Is there anyone else on Tuesdays? I'm probably forgetting somebody. But again, thank you guys for joining
When
us.
does Ron go on? Is
Wednesday.
it just Thursday or Wednesday?
These are Thursdays. Yeah, we're all out of sorts. But thank you guys so much for joining us today, and best of luck. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.